The future of GLP-1 medications. What's next? Just when you thought GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro had changed the game for good, the future is stepping in to say, "Hold my syringe." We're talking about cutting-edge developments in GLP-1 therapies, higher doses, triple-action drugs, and even new pills that promise to make life-changing medications more accessible and effective. The question is, what's coming next, and how will it impact the way that we manage diabetes, obesity, and more? Let's dig in. Before we get into the future, let's take a moment to appreciate just how far we've come. GLP-1 medications have revolutionized the treatment of type 2 diabetes and obesity. From exenatide, the OG GLP-1 agonist, to household names like Ozempic and Wegovy, these medications have shown that it's possible to manage blood sugar and achieve sustainable weight loss and even improve cardiovascular health, all in one treatment. But here's the thing. The success of GLP-1 medications have created sky-high demand. With limited availability and steep costs, not everyone has been able to access these life-changing drugs. That's where the next wave of GLP-1 treatment comes in. Researchers and pharmaceutical companies aren't just sitting back and celebrating their wins. They're working on what's next, and it's looking pretty exciting. Retatrutide, the triple threat. Just when you thought GLP-1 medications couldn't get any better, along comes retatrutide, a triple action therapy that's taking things to a whole new level. Retatrutide targets not one, not two, but three key metabolic pathways: GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon. If Mounjaro was impressive with its dual-action formula, retatrutide is here to say, "Hold my syringe." So, what makes this triple-action approach so special? By activating GLP-1 and GIP, retatrutide already delivers powerful blood sugar control and appetite suppression. But the real magic comes in with the addition of glucagon receptor targeting, which ramps up energy, expenditure, and fat loss. Early clinical trials have shown some jaw-dropping results. Patients lost up to 24% of their body weight. That's right, retatrutide is delivering results on par with, or even better, than bariatric surgery. And it's not just about weight loss. Retatrutide is also being studied for its potential in treating conditions like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and reducing cardiovascular risk factors. If all goes as planned, the medication could be a triple threat solution for some of the biggest health challenges that we face today. Of course, it's still in the early days, and there's plenty of hurdles to overcome, from fine-tuning the dosage to ensuring safety over long term. But the promise of retatrutide is undeniable. This isn't just a new drug, it's the future of GLP-1 therapies, and it's set to raise the bar for what we can achieve in metabolic health. Higher doses of tirzepatide and semaglutide, are they coming? When it comes to GLP-1 medication, the results so far have been groundbreaking. But what if there's more to unlock? That's the thinking behind the push for higher doses of both tirzepatide, which is Mounjaro and Zepbound, and semaglutide, which is Ozempic and Wegovy. These medications already deliver impressive results for weight loss and diabetes management, but researchers are exploring whether increasing the dosage could help push those outcomes even further. For semaglutide, the current highest dose approved for weight loss management is 2.4 milligrams. However, new studies are testing that dose goes way beyond that ceiling, aiming to help patients achieve even more substantial weight loss and improve blood sugar control. Preliminary data suggests that some individuals respond better to higher doses, especially those with severe obesity or more resistant forms of diabetes. The idea is that higher doses could amplify the medication's effect, particularly for people who haven't seen their desired results with the standard dose. That said, researchers are also carefully monitoring side effects like nausea and gastrointestinal discomfort, which tend to increase with the higher doses. For tirzepatide, Mounjaro, and Zepbound, the current maximum approved dose is 15 milligrams, but there's growing interest in pushing that boundary. Early trials with higher doses are showing promising results, including even greater weight loss and enhanced blood sugar stabilization. Since tirzepatide already combines the power of GIP and Glp-1, increasing the dose might unlock even more metabolic benefit potential, making it the gold standard for both diabetes and obesity treatment. The push for higher doses also ties into the broader goal of creating more tailored treatment options. Not everybody responds the same way to the standard dose, so offering a range of higher dose options could provide more flexibility for patients and their doctors. However, the challenge will be finding that sweet spot where the benefit outweighs the risk. Higher doses can lead to more intense side effects, so researchers are carefully working to strike that balance. Ultimately, higher doses of tirzepatide and semaglutide could represent the next step forward for GLP-1 therapies, offering new hope for people who need an extra boost to reach their health goals. These developments also signal that the pharmaceutical companies are committed to continuously improving these medications and ensuring they stay at the forefront of metabolic health treatments. New pills on the horizon. If there's one major gripe about GLP-1 medications, it's the injection. While plenty of people have embraced injectables like Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, Mounjaro, not everyone is thrilled about sticking themselves with a needle once a week or more. That's why the more development of oral GLP-1 medications has been a game changer, and there's even more innovation on the way. We already have oral semaglutide, Rybelsus, which was approved in 2019. This oral pill made waves as the first oral GLP-1 agonist offering a needle-free option for managing type 2 diabetes. However, Rybelsus is currently only approved for diabetes, and it hasn't gained the same traction as injectable counterparts for weight loss. But pharmaceutical companies are doubling down on the potential of oral GLP-1 therapies, and new pills are already in development. The key challenge with oral GLP-1 medications is ensuring that they survive the harsh environment of your stomach and effectively absorbed in your bloodstream. GLP-1 molecules are naturally large and delicate, which makes them difficult to deliver in a pill form. That's why Rybelsus uses special absorption enhancers called SNAC. I won't get into the technical name because we don't want to go there. But to help semaglutide make it through the digestive system impact, this does aid that. While this approach has been successful, researchers are exploring new technologies and formulations to make oral GLP-1 medications even more effective. What's exciting is that these new pills aren't just focusing on diabetes, they're targeting weight management too. Imagine a once-a-day pill that offers same weight loss benefits as Wegovy without the need for injections. For people who are hesitant about starting GLP-1 therapies because of the needle factor, this could be a game changer. Another focus is improving convenience. While Rybelsus requires precise timing, it must be taken on an empty stomach with a small amount of water, and you can't eat for 30 minutes afterwards. Future oral GLP-1 drugs aim to simplify this process. Researchers are working on formulations that can be taken with or without food, making them more user-friendly for everyday life. There's also the possibility of combining oral GLP-1 therapies with other medications, creating multi-action pills. For example, a pill that combines GLP and GIP activity or even adds glucagon targeting like retatrutide could offer the same effects as the latest injectable, all in the convenience of a pill form. As these new oral options move through clinical trials, it's clear they have potential to make GLP-1 therapies more accessible and appealing to a wider range of people. Whether you're someone who just hates needles or simply prefers the convenience of a pill, the future of oral GLP-1 medication is looking bright, and it may be closer than you think. What about accessibility and cost? Of course, all of these advancements won't mean much if people can't afford the medications. Right now, medications like Wegovy and Ozempic and Mounjaro can cost upwards of $1,000 a month, making them unaffordable for many people. Even with insurance, coverage is hit and miss, and patients often face frustrating barriers like prior authorizations or outright denials. This means that for many of these life-changing medications, they remain out of reach. One of the biggest hurdles in the way insurance companies categorize obesity treatments. While GLP-1 drugs are often covered for diabetes management, they're less likely to be covered for obesity, despite the fact that obesity is a chronic disease with serious health consequences. Changing this perception and getting insurance company providers to treat obesity medications like any other essential treatment will be key to improving access. Competition might help with new GLP-1 medications like retatrutide entering the market. pharmaceutical companies may face pressure to lower prices. Additionally, as patents expire and generics become available, the cost of these drugs could decrease significantly. Patient assistance programs, such as those offered by Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, are also helping some people afford these medications, though these programs are not a long-term solution for widespread accessibility. Affordability isn't the only issue. Supply is another major challenge. The rising popularity of GLP-1 medications have led to global shortages, with many patients unable to fill their prescription. As demand continues to grow, manufacturers will need to scale up production and ensure these medications are distributed equitable. Until then, the reality is that many people will still face obstacles in accessing these treatments. Broader applications of GLP-1 medications. Okay, so we know GLP-1 medications are amazing for diabetes and obesity, but did you know that these drugs may also be the key to solving a bunch of other health problems? Turns out GLP-1 agonists are like the overachievers of the drug world. They just keep finding new ways to impress. Take non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, for example. This condition, where fat builds up in your liver, affects millions of people and can lead to very serious complications like cirrhosis. Right now, there is no FDA-approved treatment for it, but early studies suggest that GLP-1 drugs could help. They seem to reduce liver fat and inflammation, which can slow down and even reverse the process of fatty liver disease. For patients who have had no real treatment options, this can be a total game changer. Then there's the heart health angle. We already know that GLP-1 medications can reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes in people with diabetes, but researchers are finding that these benefits may extend to people without diabetes too. Imagine a world where these drugs aren't just for managing blood sugar or weight, they're also the go-to for preventing heart disease across the board. That's not just exciting, it's groundbreaking. Also, early research suggests that GLP-1 drugs might have neuroprotective effects, which mean they could help prevent with Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. Scientists are exploring whether these medications can reduce inflammation in the brain and improve how cells function, and while it's still early days, the results are very promising. If GLP-1 drugs can slow down or prevent neurodegenerative diseases, we're talking a whole new frontier in medicine. There's even more buzz about GLP-1 medication helping polycystic ovary syndrome and certain cancers. In polycystic ovary syndrome, the drug could tackle insulin resistance and support weight loss, both of which are key in managing this condition. For cancers, some early studies suggest that GLP-1 drugs might have anti-tumor effects, though it's way too early and too soon to say for sure. GLP-1 medications aren't just one-trick ponies. They're proving to be a versatile tool and could change the way that we treat a whole range of diseases. It's like every time researchers turn around, they're finding new reasons to love these drugs. And honestly, we're here for it. What's the catch? All this sounds amazing, right? But honestly, no medication is perfect, and GLP-1 agonists are no exception. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea are still common, especially when starting treatment or increasing doses. There's also the ongoing question of long-term safety. While these medications have been extensively studied and deemed safe for most people, the long-term effects of using higher doses or triple action therapies like retatrutide are still being evaluated. And then there's the elephant in the room, supply and demand with GLP-1 medications already facing shortages. Will manufacturers be able to keep up with the growing demand for this next-gen treatment? Only time will tell. All right, that's a wrap. It's clear that we're only scratching the surface of what these drugs can do. If you found this video helpful or just exciting about the future of GLP-1 therapies, like I do, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and share with somebody who needs to hear about it. And hey, let me know in the comment what you're most excited about what's to come with these next-gen medications. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Again, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification button if you found this useful.